All right, so we're at the tractor show. We're gonna do some looking at the hit and miss engines, and this is, I do not believe this is a hit and miss, but this is a 1912 Rio truck, I guess it would be. I love the chain drives. What a cool, interesting thing. You can hear the hit and misses running in the background. So Dean with I Buy Cool Stuff out here at the tractor show. Got this one running. It's called an economy. Water goes in the top. Anybody that knows hit and miss engine knows that. I like the foil pack on it. Very cool. I love the sounds of them. Let it slow down. Same foil pack, just got the cover off of this one. I love hearing them run. I could listen to him run all day long. This one here he's going to have hooked up to a water pump. Just recirculating. Or it is a water pump. I'm behind his gate. I hope he don't throw me out.
No.
The wife's on the other side. I'm on this side. I like to get closer.
These engines here were sold by Sears and Roebuck.
Okay, so this model engine here, the economies were sold by Sears and Roebuck.
Yep.
Okay.
1.5 horsepower.
1.5 horsepower.
It's called a hit and miss.
Yep.
You know that.
Yep.
Okay.
And as the RPM slow down, it trips the fire again.
Right. Yeah, because right there's your governor balls.
Yep,
right
there's
there.
the governor balls swinging around, and as this slows down, that rod will drop and pull in a little more fuel.
Right.
Off of your...
Yeah, because you'll see this, you'll see that right up
Yep.
there drop out. Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
And here's your valves.
See, the valves on these, which you probably know, work on atmospheric pressure. You see, there's no mechanical way to do that.
Right.
When this closes up, when that closes that exhaust valve and goes back, it sucks gas in here.
Right.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I've got I just picked it up this past summer. A 2-cylinder Maytag.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Model 72 or 3, I think it is, something like that. Which isn't to say, I've only ever found one hit and miss engine. I only buy stuff in the wild. You know, it's just because that's how I am. I don't like, the thrill is the hunt. I don't care what I'm finding.
Right. Oh, yeah.
And and that's why the name of my channel is I Buy Cool Stuff.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So I just go around, I buy anything just as long as it's cool.
Yeah. So
but
you buy and sell.
I buy and sell, yes. Well, I collect too, but I don't collect hit and miss engines or whatever,
right.
you know.
You're kind of like a picker.
I am a picker, but the thrill is always finding something new.
Right.
Being able to find something new that it's just in the wild. I mean, I stopped on the way here. I got a nice Wagner cast iron bean pot for $10 and a great big blue and white granite ware coffee pot.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
But I got $20 into them, so I'll make some money on them. I've got cast iron of my own, so I don't need it. But the thrill is always to find something new.
Oh yeah.
And there's so many people afraid to find something. They would rather sit and do nothing than go out and search for something. So it's just, I don't understand people that don't. But like I started to say, the only hit and miss engine I ever snuck up on, I found in downtown Detroit. That's where we live, is down south of Detroit and Taylor.
Okay.
And the only hidden in it, they had converted it into an air compressor. So that's the only hit and miss engine I ever snuck up on.
Yeah.
So it was, all of this was gone. All of this apparatus was gone. So.
Yeah, they're fun to tinker with.
Well, I'm thinking I'm going to try and get that Maytag running. Yes. And with YouTube, that's what I'm doing now. I'm filming a YouTube video. And there's so much information on there about everything. You know, that. Is this a Briggs engine, or do you know who made this motor? WND? It is a Briggs. It is a Briggs WMB. He's got it mounted on this little pump. And he's just demonstrating how it circulates. So, but I love the hit and miss. Love them. And they come in all sizes. I believe he said this was a horse and a half. You said this one here running, this economy's a horse and a half, right? That's a 1.5. Right. Look at this one here.
Now, just before you go too far, this one right here.
All right.
This is called a Bulldog, as you can see.
Yep.
Made in Lansing, Michigan.
Made in Lansing, Michigan.
Probably around between 1910 and 1915.
So it's an old one, yeah.
Yeah. I was going to get it going. It's just got an owner's streak in it. But anyway, the valves work different in them. The valve system is different. But anyway. And now see, that one over there is running, has a Webster magneto set. Now
right.
On the side.
Yep.
These here run with a battery and a coil.
Sort of like a Model T then. This coil's like the wood box, like in a Model T.
Sort of, but Model T coil, you know, has got points on it.
Okay.
Where this don't.
Okay. Right. So it's just running off straight coil. Yeah.
Yeah. You're just.
I got you.
It's just knocking down the voltage so the voltage ain't so hot when it goes to the igniter here.
Right.
You know. So.
Cool.
Yeah.
Do you know how many horsepower this big one here next to you is? Even if it's not yours.
No. It's a 6 horsepower.
That's a 6 horsepower. So to go from a horse and a half, which a stout man could lift if he had to 6 horsepower, you get something that's like this.
And that's an international, as you see, it's an
international harvester. Yes, sir.
In that 1910, 15 era, probably. Yeah. And that's a hit and miss engine also.
Yeah. Yep.
I just put entrance for sale.
Everything's for sale for the right price.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, he starts that thing up and it runs like a Swiss watch.
All right. Well, if he gets her fired up, we'll come back and take a little video of her.
Yeah, good. Okay. Have a good one, folks.
So, like, comment, subscribe. Hope you enjoyed the video. And like I always say, God bless you and God bless America.